Good morning, Turtle Club. How's it going? It is I, Mag Synchro, with Convertible Turtle Gaming, part of Convertible Turtle Gaming Studios, and we are going to play some Pokemon Emerald today. Loading up the cartridge here, 95 hours and 6 minutes. Not exactly the precise playtime, but we do have a real quick thing to take care of here. Going to our actual community page on the YouTube channel. We've got a poll going on right now. And oh, Turtle Club, you guys are amazing. So last week we put a poll out because we're going to be going for a fighting Pokemon. We were rounding out the team, looking for what people are wanting, and we have 4 options. There's technically 5 in this generation. One is Torchic, but we didn't choose the Fire Starter. Fire Starter Pokemon in this game becomes Blaziken, which is a really good firefighting type. Of course, Marshtomp is really good for going through this game. As we've noticed, Marshtomp has carried us. I mean, his back hurts a lot. He's really carried us a whole lot way. But we need a fighting type. We have a couple of gems. Well, not gems, but Elite Four is just really like 2 out of the 4 of the Elite Four. If you have a decent fighting type, then in this generation you do okay. You have very little problem. So we have a poll that we put out. Without Blaziken, our options are Breloom, which is a really good statted fighting type. It's got some really good abilities. The Spore effect, meaning if it gets hit, it either paralyzes, poisons, or sleeps the person who hit it. It's got Sky Uppercut at a really early level, which means that if we were to get it and level it up, you know, go from Shroomish to Breloom. It also gets Spore, which is a guaranteed 100% sleep. So it's a really good fighting type. Makihita, which becomes Hariyama, which is a very strong linear fighting type, has no other types. It is very meaty. Its stat block is pretty stacked for more of a stalling fighting type Pokemon. It's not too bad. We also have the OG fighting type, which is the Machop, Machoke, Machamp line. We have a Machop, I think, that we got from forever ago in this game. The last one in this game series is Heracross, which is a bug fighting type. So the good news, bad news is, right, they're all good options. Heracross and Breloom are probably our more flexible spots. Machoke and Hariyama, or Machamp and Hariyama, because we could evolve the Machoke to Machamp. Because we do have a secondary cartridge in a box somewhere amongst all of this. But we can find that. We can get that. We can absolutely get that. Or we can get the other pure fighting type Hariyama. Now, Hariyama we can catch at like level 40 something, I think, the first time through Victory Road. We can get a pretty good sized level Hariyama just by going out, throwing the Pokeball, catch it, and bring it home. Problem with Hariyama is slow. That's just the best way to say it. A sumo type fighting Pokemon is slow. Who knew, right? It's kind of, if you go with the current generation, you have Sock and Throw. If you go with Throw, he's not exactly up to speed. Ideally, if we were playing this during its heyday, we'd have access to people playing with Fire Red and Leaf Green, and we'd be able to get a Tyrogue and turn it into a Hitmonchan. And basically have access to all the elemental punches, which would be really good. But alas, we don't. So we put a poll out, and Turtle Club, you gave us, you gave the option back to us. We have 4 Pokemon available to us, and of those 4 Pokemon, everyone put votes in equally. I presume then that we have really 2 options to go about it. I would like to have Breloom on the team. because it's just a better option. But for the sake of playing through the game, I mean, we have a level 23 Machop in the box already. So, well, actually, you know, we might have... Hey, Shadow! We might... We need to go take a look at the daycare center. Way long ago. And I mean, forever ago, right? We went to, like, Lava Ridge Town, and we dropped off a Pokemon of some sort. I don't remember what that Pokemon was. No clue. So, wait. Hold up. Where is the daycare in this game? Because it's not there. I could have sworn it was Lava Ridge. Is it Falibor? I don't think it... It might be Verdant Turf. I know it had a really good bike path back and forth, because Diggerat and I would drop our Pokemon off in the daycare, and it would be just this ride the bike. Here it is. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, what's in the daycare? Lombre has grown by 11. And Slugma has grown by 15. Well, yes, we will absolutely take these two out for lots of reasons. That's a lot of... That's just too much. Alright. We do have some really good options now for a water type, which we already have covered, and a fire type, which we don't have covered. I really don't like the idea of a Magcargo, but we'll find out. And Turtle Club, if you see me like stopping while playing the game and just sort of looking like I have totally forgotten where we're at, it's not that. I am a little bit on the tired side. You know, yesterday was the first day back at work. That's always a bit of a grind. It always, you know, and on top of that, those of you in the United States or who follow Epic commercials may be aware that there was a sporting event that happened yesterday. And I do work for a cable company. That part is no secret. Which company it is whew, that's an expensive Pokemon, but look at the level. Look at the level. Oh. Yes, we'll take back the other one. We will absolutely take back the other one. Those are some levels. Alright. But what's happening is and I hope we still have sound coming in. Okay. So the Elgato that we were able to trick the computer into thinking it was an older Elgato. Or a newer Elgato. The old Elgato that we got the computer. Its output port is going out. Occasionally, I lose picture. Occasionally, I lose audio. And at this point, I've lost audio entirely from the game. But we're going to press on. We're going to keep playing through. I may not be singing along with the music right anymore, but we are going to keep playing through here. I do show, according to the Elgato, that its input is fine still. But sometime in the next little bit, we're going to have to get a new Elgato. Okay, so that's a level 31 Slugma. Summary. Man, I hope that's just the... Yeah, there's like a small little low-pitched whine coming out of the TV now, too. Ember, Rock Throw, Hard, and Amnesia. Rock Throw's pretty good. Ember, I don't know what their move list is, though. So when you do daycare stuff in Pokemon, the way it works, and I'm gonna go pull up Cerebi real quick. I know everybody has their own specific places that they like to go for Pokemon data. I've just always used Cerebi because it was just the first one I used. I don't necessarily think it's better than other ones. It's just I am familiar with it enough. So, Slugma learns... How big is this thing? Oh, it would help if I go to Cerebi and go into the actual correct Pokédex. And then pull up Slugma there, because different versions of the game, of course, give you different movesets. Alright, Slugma. How you doing, Slugma? You learn Amnesia at 29 in this game instead of 38. You learn Flamethrower at 36 and Rock Slide at 43. Flamethrower would be really good for a fire type. I don't know if we'd want to keep him raised like that. Okay, so for now we're going to put Slugma back in the box. Can Magcargo learn Rollout? You know, Rollout's a really good move. I think it's an egg move in this generation, though. Let me check. Actually, Rollout's a tutor move in Emerald. So yes, Magcargo can learn Rollout. Hey, we got sound back. How about that? Last dying gasps. So, it can learn Rollout. It's a tutor move, so if we put it back in the... We put it back in the daycare and let it chill. Let's see where our Lombre is toward becoming Ludicolo-ness. Ludicolo. You know, when I first got Lotad, I was in love. This thing was just amazing. Becoming Lombre was amazing. It looks like 49 is where we get Hydro Pump. Oh, so we're going to definitely deposit both these in there. Water Spout, Thief, Uproar, Hydro Pump. And it looks like from the move tutor in this one, Dynamic Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch. Oh my goodness. Ice Punch. So this thing could be completely a puncher. So, because of the Emerald move tutor. Alright, we're going to drop both these in. I don't even remember what level we dropped them in, but we know what level, right? Because it's 31. So, we're going to drop both of these in here. So I think ideally, and the Ludicolo might just be for me to like have it on my eventual game if no one, you know, if we don't wind up taking it to the Elite Four, because that's one of the other things that's amazing about what we're doing here is some of these Pokemon we're just be bringing them over. Now, granted, I gotta say this about Sword and Shield. I love a lot about Sword and Shield. In theory, and we played a lot of Sword and Shield on this channel. We did the whole entire game all the way through, and I played it a lot. I grinded, you know, raid dens a lot on it. I got my fill of candy on it. I did a whole lot, and at the end of the day, what I found I didn't like was, okay, we're gonna go get us a Shroomish, and they're in Petalburg. What I found that I didn't like when I really got down to brass tacks was how easy, and I know that's a really, you know, it's a really flippant word to use, right? But I did not care for, yes, this is what we wanted, how easy a lot of, I'm trying to move this over, how easy a whole lot of the nitty-gritty in Pokemon had gotten in it. Like, I kind of like breeding chains. I kind of like egg moves. I'm one of those people who, at the end of the day, like to, you know, I like fiddly bits. I like to, yes, we'll absolutely battle a trainer while we're walking through here. I like to go and continue, you know, theory crafting stuff. It's a lion in at level 27. This is definitely good for our Swablu. We can use Peck. And hopefully not flinch from the headbutt. Alright. We're going to use Sing, even though it's a precious commodity. Oh, really? Oh. And that's math. That was me stopping to think about math. How much have we been getting hit here? 33 down to that. Alright. Well, tis unfortunate. We're going to pull out Zam, and we're just going to Alakazam down the Lanoon. And of course, we wow. Wow. Mag's going to change Pokemon. So of course, what Lady Cindy's going to do is the best that she could, but at the same time, other stuff. Alright. So we're here in Petalburg Woods, and we are going about talking to trainers and trying to find a Shroomish. Because I really do think that that's not where we wanted to go. That might be another person to fight. Hello, Ishan. Hope you're doing good today on this Monday. Alright. I like how some of the Pokemon trainers are still like sentry duty, right? Definitely not what we're here for. But we'll just eat it with Swablu. I doubt anything here in Petalburg is going to take out our Swablu. And we will still probably sing along with the background music as long as the output on the Elgato is working. Oh. Oh, little Elgato. Just hang in there as long as we can. And I'm just going to double check that I'm in the right spot for this. Because if we're not in the right spot for Shroomish, then it's not going to be really good. Yep, Petalburg Woods, so that's good. Feeding all the bugs to Swablu. At least the input is Incendio! How's it going, man? Synchronous. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Hey, there's one of those little hyenas. This is the reason why we're getting us a Shroomish, so we can fight dark Pokemon when we get to the Elite Four. Hope your Monday's going good, Incendio. Oh, and I see the profile pic there is the pink fluff ball. Busted out the full name. Yeah, sure did, man. Sure did. Ah, hey, here's a Shroomish. Here's a Shroomish. Okay. So, ideally, we sing at it, it goes to bed, and we catch it. I bet you're stoked for the new Kirby game, just by the profile pic. I'm looking forward to it. I like Kirby. You know, for a 3D platforming game, I'm going to presume 1 month until you graduate. Oh, awesome! Awesome. Degree seeking or just general education? I bet a nest ball works for this. And I like how it's the green one for the grass Pokemon and the fighting Pokemon, you know? Did we catch it? Awesome. IT administration. Hey, that is a tough field to go into. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. I know in the tech world, a lot of people kind of give some... I don't want to say grief, because it feels like it's a little bit more than grief. But they discount an IT administration type degree to a point, and I don't, especially with what I'm going through right now. Right, I'm building my own web page. I'm building my own web server. I'm learning a lot of the stuff that I left behind, and the things that in administration work you have to do to be able to make a network run smoothly, to allow just devices to run smoothly. There's a lot involved, and it requires a lot of understanding. So props to you for chasing that degree. Absolutely props to you. Alright, Milotic. I don't want to... Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I think we're going to bench Manectric for right now. Let's see here. Okay. That is... Yeah. There you go, man. That's the way to go about it. Yeah. There's three things that I would really tell anybody who's looking for any kind of IT work, any kind of tech work. Like if you're degree chasing for anything along those lines. Hey, ASN creator, hello. Hope you're having a good day. Basically, if you're going in the tech field, the IT administration is definitely a good degree to grab. I would say the other two that aren't as directly kind of like, oh, well, yeah, who wouldn't? Oddly, COBOL. COBOL is insanely name your own price at this point. I cannot tell people that enough when they ask me about it. Learn COBOL, learn how to develop it. A lot of the companies that need COBOL developers are the kind that pinch pennies, and they've been pinching pennies and holding on to people and keeping them around for so long that as these people retire out and as these people move on, they don't have anybody to fill their shoes at all. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well, ASN. Alright, so let's juggle our team around a little bit. We definitely don't want Swablu up front. Let's put Zam out front. Zam's 34, should be beefy enough for us to kind of move around a few pieces. And get what we want. Let's see. Pokemon, Swablu Fly. Yeah, no one knows Unix anymore. Yeah, absolutely. Unix, COBOL, and just IT administration. Or three of the big threes. Now, I will say this, a good second place. If you're just looking for... I don't want to call it flash in the pan. Come on. Alright. I don't want to call it flash in the pan, because it's going to be so much more than that. But if you are learning any kind of TensorFlow, AI, advanced machine learning, anything along those lines, been playing that pink fluffy demigod since '92. Hey, the first original Kirby game I still have. It's behind the green screen. Can't wait for all the stuff behind me to be fully where it needs to be, so I'm no longer using the portable green screen, so I can go back to showing off all the really cool stuff. But we need to level up this Shroomish, so if this guy won't fight us, maybe something else will. But yeah, those are basically it. If you want to get a... If you want a programming job, COBOL is definitely one that's going to pay you a lot of money and do a lot of good stuff for you. I would say go for there. If you're wanting to do admin work, IT administration, you can't do any worse than that at all. I mean, it's the by far the best thing. You can't do any better, not worse. You can't do any better. Shroomer should be like level 7, maybe? Stun Spore. Hey, we're getting some really good... When does he become Breloom? We need to figure that out too. Breloom at 23. Sky Uppercut at 36. But, and this is the kicker... See, this Shroomish, we're gonna have, if we really want Spore, which we do, we gotta get it all the way up to level 54, it looks like. Because it doesn't look like... Yeah, it doesn't look like we can actually give it anything cool from the Move Tutor. Yeah, oh yeah. You know, the SNES Game Boy Builder, you know, the Game Boy player on that was really good. And of course I'm using the Game Boy player on the GameCube for this. So yeah, I played a lot of basically whatever we had on Game Boy. So my original Game Boy, good gosh, years and years ago, oh wow, like take you all the way back to me being in Oklahoma with my family. We lived in a small town, and we would go to Oklahoma City to do big town things. And one of those things was this amazing, to a young Max Synchro, amazing little amusement park called Frontier City. And when we would go as a family, it was me, my brother Odin, my sister, your disc for your Game Boy player years ago. Oh wow, yeah, I've still got mine. There's the case for it. Yeah, I've got that. I've got the wireless adapters for the Game Boy. I actually, no joke. Let's see here, where is it? Oh man, I actually just got through cleaning up a little bit, so it's a little far away. I actually found the Pokemon Emerald metal case that this copy of the game came in. Well, not this copy. Unfortunately, my original copy got stolen. But I did find the case, which had my actual wireless adapter in it. But so we went to Frontier City forever ago, and we played in family outing. It was me Frontierland, Oklahoma. Yeah, it's all good, man. You know me, shiny squirrel syndrome. You're not distracting me any more than I distract myself. So Frontier City, we go there, and anytime we go, it's me, brother, sister, mom, dad, and then it goes beyond that. We have cousins and aunts and uncles. And the way we do things fairly is all of the nieces and nephews slash cousins, we get to pick an activity. And that could be a ride, that could be a show. If you want to be the person who got to pick where we ate at the theme park, then you had to give up your activity for that, as it was only fair. I would always pick, gamer that I am, to go into the arcade. And so my brother, my sister, and I, Slateport City. No, I think I've been watching the videos, right? I think we have to go through the abandoned ship down here. So my brother and sister and I, we all come up with this idea that we're gonna pool our ticket resources and get a Game Boy. And to do that, for me to get the Game Boy eventually, I promised to give up my choices. The screen is not supposed to be very dark. Unfortunately, the Elgato we have is going a little bit out. I might be able to adjust the gamma. And we also might just simply lose... We might lose the picture. We'll test though. That might have brightened up. That might have brightened up a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. All right, Pokénav. But as soon as it stops detecting the Elgato again, it'll probably go back to being dark, which is unfortunate. It has to do with the fact that it's going through a couple of different adapters as well. This is actually on the original RCA cables. So, but yeah, so we basically, for an hour, my brother, sister, and I, we hit everything in that arcade that could pay out tickets. And I do mean everything. If it was, skee ball adjacent, yes, because this is a Carvana, we were going to switch out. And we're going to be very, very disappointed in our life choices. Let's go with Swampert. Oh, man. But yeah, we managed to get enough tickets to... No, I don't have the 350 component cables. What I do have is an aftermarket cable, and I'm glad you said that because it's floating around here somewhere. It's actually a replacement cable, which might help clear some of this up, because this original cable we have. Oh, I wasn't even looking. That was not good to use takedown because we get hit by recoil and then we get hit by the rough skin possibly. Yeah. Ouch. Wasn't that bad. It could have been though. But yeah, so we get the Game Boy. And the Game Boy, we have so many tickets. The Game Boy, of course, came with a game. And because that's just the way they had set it up. Yeah, that's good for this dual battle. Oh, did she and he not want to fight? And that's fine. So we got Super Mario World, Super Mario Land. the really weird Mario Brothers game that didn't play at all like any other Mario's game that we'd ever had the pleasure of playing. And we also got Tetris. So those are two really, like, legitimate Game Boy games. If anyone's ever played Tetris, they've probably played it on a Game Boy. Here we go. Here's the ship that we're looking for. There's supposed to be something on this ship. I don't remember what it is, but there's something on here we need. Hopefully leftovers is on this ship. Usually you get leftovers on ships like this. Hey, Harbor Mail. Something to clog up our inventory. It's empty. But the final game that we were able to get, and it was by committee, and I'm going to admit something. So, Tetris Attack. Tetris Attack was good. I actually have a copy of that as well. Man, I really wish I had access to everything behind this green screen. And we lost audio again. Oh, little Elgato HD60, you are trying so hard to keep up winning the good fight. So, Odin and my sister and I, we all basically talked over what games we wanted. And my sister had played Tetris, and she loved Tetris. My brother Odin was perfectly fine with the Mario game. And so I got to choose the other game. And we had just seen a movie that had come out recently. And the game was, the movie that came out was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, if you've ever seen the movie, it's great. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of the better animated films of its time. I mean, you had some amazing stuff going on. You had a whole entire cartoon world. You had the Warner Brothers and the Disney characters cohabitating in a place. The scope of it was insane. You had some amazing acting from a lot of people. And you had a really horrible Game Boy game as a movie tie-in. And I mean, this thing's a stinker. This thing's a really stinker. And I cannot stress that enough. If you would like to be tortured on a Sunday afternoon, find a copy of Who Framed Roger Rabbit on Game Boy and play it for, well, it'll feel like hours, but 15 minutes. And after you've played it for 15 minutes and feel like you've been playing it for hours, play it for several more years, because you are a very poor child that can't afford other Game Boy games. And yeah, it had some interesting pieces to it, and if you completely disregard things like the plot to the movie and controls that should be responsive and mechanics that make a whole lot of sense, it wasn't bad. You just have to, you know, completely forgo all those other things that I just mentioned. But I was completely convinced that the game was, not only was it beatable, but it was something that I would enjoy beating. When you only have, you know, one game, other than a Mario Brothers game that's really weird, and Tetris, and it's the only game that's really giving a whole entire truckload of challenge, you sort of gravitate toward it. And I don't remember a whole lot of the game itself other than 4 things. Number one, it was bad. I do very, very distinctly remember that part about it. The other 2 or 3 things, it had this weasel enemy. Now, if you have seen the movie, you know that there is a group of weasels who prominently are harassing Roger and the other main characters throughout the whole entire event. And rather than having that group kind of chase after you, there's just, you know, a lot of others. Let's see here. Absorb gets replaced by Mega Drain. As you become the Who Framed Roger Rabbit World Champion. You dream of that, and being a young child pre-Pokemon days, right? It's just not one of those things that you really can put a lot of effort into. Door's locked. Alright, so I need some sort of key to get that door open. It's empty. Okay, well, I'm glad that the trash can's empty. Like, the alternative is pretty bad. Alright, I don't have dive yet, right? Like, I have to get dive to get to the dragon place. Yeah, I don't have dive yet. Alright. So yeah, and the other things I remember is that the weapons in the game were some kind of cartoon gun bullet, which was actually in the movie, and the extendable punching bag or punching glove. Yay, it's a ship! Wow, how badly does that kid not want to swim that he basically goes to this ship? And that's basically all I remember. I remember there was some pretty bad mechanics. I don't remember what they were. But, you know, it was one of those things that, hey, we can actually run. That's cool. That all on the balance, it could have been... Oh, double battle. But, you know, given the 3 games that we had, it was one of those things that, you know... It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Now, going forward, talking about old school Game Boy games, the next game that we picked was another movie tie-in, and I also regretted my life decisions when this became our game, and it was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game. That's another one that really could have been just a whole lot better. Just really could have been. I mean, there's some really good Game Boy games out there. I mean, more than just Pokemon, right? There's some really good platforming games. Now, one of the things that Game Boy did have kind of going against it, though, was the fact that the Game Boy games were... They had a small screen, right? They had a small screen, and there's not much you can do about that. And you do have some problems getting through... What's Muddy Water do again? May lower accuracy, okay. But it's water, and we have surf, which is so much better. I mean, look at the accuracy difference there. I don't really care about lowering their accuracy, so we're just going to skip that and go from what we can and see what we get there. Alright, yes, we will stop learning Muddy Water. Murari Sarkar, I do apologize, I do not speak that language. But thank you for joining. Alright, what were they guarding? Hey, revive. Not bad. That too is empty. Looks like... Volbeat and Illumise. I bet we could do the swap here and possibly one punch out both these bugs with Surf. Well, quick attack on Shroomish might be bad. That wasn't too bad though. Um, sure, we'll try that. I doubt it'll be... Oh, not double quick attack, so we're good. You know what I'm really waiting forward to in a Pokemon game, right? Is an anime true vocal kind of experience. Oh, we've been registered by the young couple. Like, I understand the Game Boy games making Pokemon cries sound like 8-bit MIDI files. Because it was a Game Boy. They had an 8-bit MIDI board to work with. I understand this game. I mean, memory being what it is, and the music being as good as it is, that takes a lot of effort. Look at that Shroomish, leveled up to 19. We need to level up that Shroomish to what? All the level? 54? Ugh, 54, so far away. So far away. I don't think we're going to get it to 54. I really don't. Having to look at the stream playback. Asked to find a scanner, but no success. Is this the key? Hey, we found the storage key. Hey, buddy. If you use the storage key, I bet you find the storage stuff. Can we just fall down a hole? No. Where would the fun in that be? But, you know, on the Switch, right? Granted, there are a whole lot of Pokemon now. Right? We're no longer in the days of like 350. Ice Beam. Hey-o. There we go. Hold up. Did I miss something? Okay. I'm exploring. Did I miss a room? Now we don't have dive. I know we don't have dive. Are we supposed to get dive from somewhere else? Alrighty, let's see here. I don't see... Alright, here we go. Okay, well that's not helpful. Found your way to the other side blocked. Well, if we had, like, dive, that would be easy. Thank you, Administrator. Maybe... You're breaking up. Alright. Well, that tells me that we need to, like, maybe fly to Rustboro and talk to the president in person, maybe? I don't know. I know the story in this game is discombobulated a bit. That's not where we tried to go. That's not where we wanted to be. And that's because of the way that the Rayquaza event's handled in this game. Plus, if I recall correctly, they sort of shoehorned in Deoxys. Or Deoxys, or Deoxys, or however they decided to pronounce it that day. Alright, you there. Alright. Well, I can get not having the reception near the place. A call can't be made from here. Interesting. I did not realize they had the same cell coverage that I have with AT&T. Alright. And to be honest, Turtle Club, that's not actually just my cell phone company. Most cell phones can't make calls in giant buildings if you're blocked off from all the towers. Well, that explains the reason why he's got bad reception, because he's in the building. Alright. So somewhere... Actually, you know what? Let's go to Lily Cove. Maybe there's something there in like the shipyard that I've missed. Let's actually go up to the shipyard. Am I in the wrong city again? I do that a lot in this game. And I wish I could say it was the fact that I haven't played it in forever. It's not. It's absolutely not that. I just wish it was. Like, if you want to tell me, you know, hey, Mag, how do I get to Vermilion City? I got you. Outside of that, I'm... Okay, no ferry service. Okay. Yeah, I too would like to go underneath the water. And the sub was stolen. Let's see here. Let's go. Actually, I think badges are under here, right? Nope. Alright. Huh. Let's see. What's this place? It's an ocean museum. Maybe Captain Stern's in here somewhere? Sure, we'll pay your exploited fee. Oh, interesting. So there's a second. There's another passphrase. Huh. I don't think I've ever been in this building. Well, the submarine was stolen. Hey, I've been to that ship that's abandoned toward Dewford Town. Well, plus side Turtle Club, we did manage to go get us a Shroomish, and it is awfully close to Bralum levels. So hopefully we'll be able to get this thing up to where we need it to be at. But I am really at a loss from where we get dive from. Okay. So we've been here, we've been there. I wonder if May's in Little Root. I don't remember if May just chills in Little Root or not. No, we're not. Maybe May's still exploring too. Yeah. Let's go upstairs. Hey, there's May. So, plus side, we know where May is. Second, not so plus side, we still don't know where we get dive from. I would have figured it's gotta be there. I know it won't be Evergrande, and I know we need to have it to get to Sootopolis. And we clearly need it there. Darius on the go. So, Pokemon Arceus, it's on my radar. It looks amazing from a mechanical standpoint. Graphically, I gotta agree with a couple of the people saying, the graphics should be better. I don't disagree with that at all from that standpoint. Where did you come from? Yes, I came from yes. Especially with the OLED Switch, right? If you're going to release a new model of Switch that's going to be graphically advanced, you need some sort of game to come out pretty quick to capitalize on that. So sort of disappointed in that. Now, I have a whole lot on my gaming plate right now. I've already talked to you, and you didn't do anything for us. But it is one thing that I really would like to play. I mean, it looks amazing. And it looks like one step before we get to like a almost Pokemon MMO. Right? It looks like it's got all the trimmings kind of leading up to what could be an MMO. And it definitely has, you know, it's got a backstory. Now, that all said too, I like the starters they picked out for the game. I just wish it wouldn't have been starters we've already seen. It seems like they kind of phoned parts of it in that way. But I've not played it. So I'm sure once I get to playing it, what I'm really looking forward to will be reinforced by some of the choices they've made. But until then... Alright. We've already talked to these people too. Well, Turtle Club, I definitely do not know where we will be at next in this game. I do know that we are going to be grinding away on Brellum, and we're possibly going to just drop him off in the daycare center in Verdant Turf and do some cycle grinding, because it's much, much faster in the long run. You just get on your bike, and you go from here all the way here, and then you just do this. I'm seriously going to be doing that quite a lot to level these guys up, and then popping over and grabbing that. I will say this. Using the words Breath of the Wild to describe it is not too far off. Now, whole open world thing, a complete change in the game formula. I mean, they have absolutely done something different, right? You're able to actually view the 3D fights from outside of the area with some full 3D camera control stuff. So, and there's some exploration. And there's some ad hoc writing. I mean, they've taken a lot of things that they've sort of flirted with in older games, and they've built on that in such a way that it's more seamless, it seems to be more natural. But there's a couple problems that they run into a little bit, in my opinion, right? One, this is a prequel game. This is a Legends of Arceus game. This game takes place forever ago in the past. So why is it all these really cool things that we could do in the past aren't available to us in the future? Number one, some of the story choices, mechanic lore choices that they made in the game are neat, but they kind of make me a little sad. And the Pokeball explanation in the game is one of them. I won't spoil that for anybody, but if you go and look up, or if you go and play the game, you'll see what I mean about that. So there are some things there, and it is fair to say that it's similar to Breath of the Wild in the fact that it does change the formula. It changes the way a lot of the things that we know to be fundamental about Pokemon, and change that as well. And it does overhaul the graphics engine to where in some places you can see some recycling of Breath of the Wild assets almost. Like, not the graphics per se, but some of the terrain choices, like you can see almost a shot-for-shot similarity. But outside of that, though, there are a few other games I'm much more excited to play, like the new Kirby game. That I'm super stoked about. Playing Earthbound on Nintendo Switch Online, I'm more excited about. So take that for what you will. But excellent question there, so thank you for that. Turtle Club took a little bit to answer that, but I felt it was worth it. It is time for bed, though, for me. I'm going to have myself a good night. I want to thank Shadow for coming in and saying hey and lurking, and pointing out that we definitely want to get Mad Cargo to, or Slugma to Mad Cargo, because rollout as a tutor move is great. Ishin saying hey, thank you for that. Incendio, good luck on graduating. Sounds like from the confidence in our conversation, though, that it's in the bag. Murari, I do not know what language that is. I do apologize. I do not, it did not translate when I ran it through my translator app. But thank you for stopping by. And Darius, thank you for coming in as well. I'm going to have myself a good night, as I mentioned. You all have yourself a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner, a good snack if it's a midnight snack for you. But whatever you're going to do, Turtle Club, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good one. Thanks for watching, and take care, guys.